Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for comedian Peggy Sinnott. Peggy, welcome to the show.
Yay! Thanks, Ben.
Thanks for coming. Peggy, tell us about comedy and how you found your way into comedy.
I was a bad boy, and I took a class.
Uh-oh.
Because you're not supposed to take a class.
That's like the big taboo no-no.
Yeah, you're not as valuable as someone who like went through the trenches without taking a class. But I took a class, and I now that I'm in the comedy scene and I go to open mics regularly, I can't imagine having started in the open mic circuit as a woman, because like those environments can be really, really, really toxic for women, LGBT people.
Really? So
Yeah.
for anybody that's not a white male that looks Jewish and or is Jewish, pretty much.
I mean, they vary, but you just don't see yourself in your peers immediately. You know, you notice that you're like one of the few people there again and again and again. And I haven't found my peer group, didn't find like a peer group naturally in the open mic scene.
So how long have you been pursuing stand-up comedy?
I'm entering year 5.
Wow. Great. So you went to UCLA, and did you always want to be a stand-up comedian, or did that kind of dawn on you later?
It dawned on me later, because I always loved stand-up. Like, loved it. I mean, when I think about my favorite performers of all time, it's like Chris Rock, Wanda Sykes. Like, I love stand-up. And I didn't, I'm not trying to, like, pin everything back to being a woman, because I think it's probably more nuanced than that, but like, there's something about not seeing yourself somewhere. Like
not yourself not being represented.
It's not even like I didn't see an example, so I never thought I could be. It's just like, I literally didn't think about stand-up comedy as a path. It didn't even cross my mind. like
it wasn't even part of your awareness at all.
Yeah, it wasn't until I'd been doing improv for years, sketch for years, and being like, I mean, and when I first started, it was like, could I? Like, it was like, and I had bad anxiety when I first started of just being like, how dare I take the audience's time? Like, I may not have anything to say. I may not have anything valuable enough or funny enough for them to listen to, and so I'm really conscious of like not wasting the audience's time.
Right.
So then eventually I let that go.
Yeah. Let's talk about anxiety, because it's so you know, you've mentioned that you've got a lot of anxiety, and I find stand-up comedy to be the most anxiety. It's full of anxiety. So tell me about your anxiety and how you continue to pursue stand-up comedy.
So I'm working on identifying what kind of anxiety I have. My therapist, Abby, thinks that I have ruminating thoughts, which means that I just have like constant, if I'm alone, my brain is just going. Like, I'm thinking about the future. I'm just a little fucking vampire stressed about my career. It's like not interesting and it's not cool. So that like, and you know, it's just painful to be like, oh, I've always been this way. I've always had stupid amounts of anxiety, and that's who I am. But performing has always been like a release of that for me, because like we were saying, like it forces you to be present.
So you can't, while you're performing, you literally can't be anxious because you're in the middle of being present to performing.
Right. And then additionally, you're getting I might be, if I feel a little butterfly before I go up on stage in front of someone that I care about who's never seen me perform before or something, as soon as you hit your first punchline, you're like, okay, cool.
Right. Oh, this is going to be fine. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But I feel like my biggest impediment to comedy is that I'm a perfectionist. And so I've chosen a career that involves public failure as part of the process.
Yeah.
Like, you could cut to, and I wouldn't be mad or anything, part of the tape from last night where, like, a joke lands flat. Like, if someone was, like, gun to my head, like, do a TED Talk in another language, I'd be like, guacamole. Me gusta. guacamole. ¿Saben ustedes que en el Pollo Loco, guacamole es gratis? That means free. Pero en Chipotle, guacamole cuesta $2 más. ¿Por qué? En conclusión, guacamole por presidente 2020. I'm at Peggy Sinnott, at PeggysInnott, on every platform except Gmail because an old lady took that already.
Peggy, thank you so much for coming onto the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Peggy Sinnott.